Oh, hold on, yeah. Let me get this looking up right. Okay. All right. All right. So, can astrology really help you to find your perfect career? And so, tonight on Astrology After Dark, I'm going to be talking about how your sun sign, how you can tap into your sun sign and your rising sign energy in order to find a career that is best aligned for you and your energy. Okay. And so, if you are new to me, to my channel, to any of my content in social media land, my name is kkatrice, and I am the natal chart. I'm an intuitive astrological energy reader, and I teach open minded, ambitious, professional women how to read and understand and apply their natal chart practically so that they can level up in every area of their lives. Okay. And so if you have not grabbed your free 3-step framework on how you can use how to read your natal chart and get in sync with it in order to level up your life, you definitely want to go get that. The link is in the description of this video. Okay. And so let's go ahead. Let's jump into it. Okay. So what I'm going to be talking about tonight is it is a it's just a little excerpt, a little snippet of career astrology. Okay. And so you can use your natal chart for anything, okay, to see anything, your career. You can use it to see any energy blocks that you may be having around certain things in your life. You can use it for anything, okay. And so tonight we're going to be talking about tapping into your sun signs energy and also your rising signs energy, okay, in order to level up in your career to find a good career for you. Okay. Now, the 10th house is your actual career house. Okay. And so, of course, you want to look at that energy. But I want to specifically talk about the sun sign and the rising because the rising sign is the sign that is on the first house. Okay. And so, your rising sign or ascendant showcases how you present yourself to the world. Okay. And so, when you look at it in a career context, it can provide clues on how you interact and work best in a professional environment. Okay. So, take for example, if you had Leo on your first house, that would make you a Leo rising. Okay. And so, the energy of Leo is a bold energy, but it's also a compassionate energy, a very happy, free spirited energy. It is also the energy of leadership. Okay. A lot of leaders have Leo energy. Okay, it is ruled by the sun. Okay, so that would make the sun your chart ruler, which is the most important planet in your chart. Okay, and so you would tap into that energy in order. You would probably be somebody who's very charismatic. People would love being around you. Um, and then you look at your sun sign. Your sun sign illuminates your core self and it is your essence. Okay. And so it can give you insights into what motivates and drives you in your career. Okay. Say your sun sign is in the sign of Virgo. Okay. So if your sun sign is in the sign of Virgo, you're going to be somebody who Virgo energy is all about service, it's all about health. It is characterized as the maiden, okay? And it is how your sun sign is at your core. So at your core, you are just somebody who wants to help others. You want to serve others because Virgo energy is a very serving energy. Okay. And so you would be somebody who is probably very charismatic and very caring, but you're also somebody who likes to serve. And in a leadership role, the best leaders are leaders who serve and not leaders who talk at or down to their employees. It's somebody who serves, right? Somebody who is in the trenches right there with their employees, leading the pack. Okay. And so the first step that you want to do is you want to, because each energy, each planet, each energy, zodiac energy has career significations attached to each. Okay. And so I have a career masterclass. I think I might have posted one of them that I recorded. I have a career masterclass that I do where I go more in depth on how exactly how to use your natal chart in order to find your perfect career, or the best business industry for you, or if you're looking for another job, the best job that will like give you the most fulfillment. I go really deep in that masterclass, about 2 hours, where I go in. So I'll see about, I'm going to post on the community tab, um, about doing another one if you guys want me to do another one. And if I do, it'll probably either be later in the month or at the beginning of September. Um, and so we'll see. We'll go from there. But it's really, really informative, and it goes really in depth on how to actually break down your natal chart to see the best careers, okay, based upon your energies, okay? And so the possibilities are endless. You guys know I always say that. Now, there's multiple ways you can look at it, because when you are interpreting a chart, your natal chart, okay, um, yes, some things are, it is what it is, like the meanings of the signs, the meanings of the houses, the meanings of the planets, those are the same. Okay. But when you start looking at the aspects and you start looking at the degrees and all of that there, that is where interpretation comes in. Okay. And so just depending upon who is interpreting your chart, and their level of expertise depends upon what you get back, what you get out of it. Okay. And so the houses are the areas of life. Okay. And so if your sun sign, wherever your sun sign is, that is where you will find your dignity. Okay. That's where you're going to find your dignity. So if you and that is going to be your dignity and also what lights you up. Okay. So on TikTok, I had posted a video, and I was talking about the sun in astrology, and that it would be what lit you up. And I had a comment, somebody was like, oh, sun in the 12, and the 12th is, because 12th house is about endings. Okay. And so they were like, oh, your dignity is not in endings or death, something really silly and stupid that they said. But in the 12th house is also about, it's also a house of the hidden. Okay. So it could be talking about hospitals, places that are hidden, like hospitals, prisons, asylums. Um, it is the subconscious. Okay. And so depending upon, if you have your sun in the 12th house, you could be somebody who is going to be a nurse or some type of a therapist. Okay. And that might light you up. That brings you joy by helping people to be able to deal with issues with their subconscious. Okay. Or helping people. You could be something to do with like a very spiritual person, because 12th house also talks about spirituality, right? So you could be somebody who is a spiritual teacher. Okay. That could be a career that probably would be really good aligned for you. If you're just going off of your sun sign, okay, then you would look at that, right? And so then you also have, say your sun is in the, say ninth house. Okay. Ninth house is the house of religion and philosophy, morality, ethics, okay, beliefs. Okay. You could be somebody who goes down the path and you might become a minister or a preacher or a shaman or something like that. Okay. Or you could be a higher, a college professor, university professor. Okay. You where you teach higher learning because ninth house also is the house of higher learning. Okay. Third house is the house of lower learning. So like education. So that would be like 12th grade and under. And then ninth house would be like college and and up. Okay. And so it just really depends upon your where your sun is. Another example, sun in the eighth house. You could be somebody who deals with death. You could be a death doula. You could be a psychic medium, where you talk to people, um, you know, who have died. It's the occult, so you could be really into astrology or into things, divination practices and things like that. And so it really just depends on the house that it's in, but also you have to look at the sign as well. Okay, so um, say eighth house, but then you have Taurus on the eighth house. Okay, Taurus energy is about the material possessions. Okay. Eighth house talks about other people's money. Okay. So you could be an investment banker. Okay. Where you are dealing with other people's money, or an accountant where you are dealing with other people's money. Okay. And so you have to look at not only the house, but also the sign that it's in. But then you also have to look at what careers are linked with the planet as well, right? See, when you get into astrology, it's layers to this, okay? So you really have to break it down. So listen, if you have not gotten a copy of my three-step framework, um, you need to get a copy of the framework, okay? Because the framework breaks down exactly how you go through your natal chart in order to read, understand, and apply the information in your life. Okay. And so I'm going to put my link tree. It is listed in the description of tonight's show. So I'm going to put that there. And then also, I'm going to put, I have a treat for you guys. So stay to the end. And if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay, but stay to the end. I got another little free gift for you guys. Okay. All right. And so now you're looking at your rising sign. So we've broken down the sun sign. We see, okay, what is that? What careers are good for that? Now you got to look at your rising sign, right? So you look at your rising sign, you see what careers are good for that. Now you also have to look at the ruler of the sun sign. I mean, the ruler of the first house, which is your chart ruler as well. And so, as a like back to our example, Leo rising chart ruler is the sun. Okay. And so you're going to have to go and see where the sun is in your chart. Okay. And so you're going to have to evaluate the sun, evaluate the sign that the sun is in. Okay. And so you're looking at the sun, you're looking at the sign that it's in, you're looking at the rising energy. Okay. And so you're writing out the careers that are good for that energy, the careers that are good for the sun, the careers that are good for the energy that the sun is in. Okay. And so you're going to do that. And it doesn't matter what sign is on the first house, because you're going to do that for all of them. Okay. Because you have to evaluate the chart ruler. Chart ruler is very, very important. And you also have to evaluate the sun. Very, very important. Now, if you're just looking, that's when we're just looking for those two. But now, when you're doing a full career reading, when you're really looking at your whole chart to get a full overview, right? Then you're going to want to look at the second house, the sixth house, 10th house, because that is the actual house of career. Okay, the signs on those houses, the planets that rule the signs on those houses. Okay, and then the energy of those signs, and then the energy of the rules of those houses, right? So it's layers to it, okay? It goes deep. But the once you really break it all down, then that's when you really start pinpointing and you start to see, because you're getting multiple careers that are best for your energy. Okay. And so this is the thing with, because I'm just going to give you guys, because I always use my chart, right? I always use my chart because I really want to show you how to um, break it down, what it plays out, what it looks like in the 3D. Okay. So in my chart, I am a and you so when I originally started teaching this, just a side note caveat. When I originally started teaching this, I didn't take North Node into consideration. Because when I learned it, North Node was not in the equation. However, because the North Node is your destiny. Okay. The North Node is what you came here in this lifetime to do, to master. Okay. Because of that, I started taking the North Node into account as well. Because even though, like in my chart, my North Node, me following my North Node actually turns out to be, my career is linked with that. Okay. So what I am currently doing, teaching women, professional women, how to use their natal charts to level up in life, okay, to sync themselves to who they are, to really learn and understand who they are energetically, right? That is a part of my destiny, okay, and it's also the career, my career, okay. Um, Everybody's is not like that. However, I do like to throw North Node in when I do a career reading, because I let people know what their destiny is. And sometimes it is linked to their career. Okay. But that's just a sidebar. So like I was saying, my North Node is in Cancer and it's in the 12th house. Okay. 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It's also of spirituality. It's also of undoings. Okay, the subconscious. Um, and so in its places that's hidden. Okay, and it's in the sign of Cancer. Okay, Cancer energy is ruled by the moon, so it has a very maternal ness to it, to the energy. Okay. It's the energy of the mother, okay, of the nurturer. Okay. And so I chose, and Cancer energy is also feminine energy. Okay. So I chose to want to take my knowledge and to teach it to women. Okay. To teach it to women, to wake women up to who they are. Okay. And so this is something that, um, when you are looking at your North Node, when you are looking at your, just doing a career reading, you want to tap into the whole chart. You want to tap into everything. Okay. But that was just a sidebar. But now I am a Virgo sun and I am a Leo rising, right? So what I'm doing is serving, right? As a Virgo, Virgo energy is a very nitpicky energy. It's all about the little details. And so I am very much on details. I am very much on wanting to see people do good, wanting everybody to have a fair chance, wanting everybody to level up. Virgo energy is all about serving, all about making sure that everybody is good, right? And so, um, me wanting to serve everybody, wanting to serve the women, show the women, teach the women about astrology, about how to use their natal chart so that they can make these changes into their lives. Okay. That's the legacy that I'm looking to leave, right? That's the legacy that I'm wanting to leave in this lifetime. Okay. So then you have Leo rising, right? Leo rising is that leadership energy. It's also the energy of the performer, the entertainer. And so there's no doubt that why I love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite social media platform because YouTube, I get to teach, right? Because I am a teacher at heart. Okay. And so I get to teach this information on YouTube for free. I get to teach this information so that other women can learn this information and level up. So you see how that all plays, and that's just a brief overview. Like I didn't go in depth for time purposes, obviously. I didn't go in depth. But you see how, when you start really learning the individual pieces and then you start connecting the dots, you see how how that plays out in the 3D. Okay. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you have had a career reading, let me know. Has it been, was it beneficial for you? Did it actually give you the guidance that you are looking for? I did a career reading for a client, and she was already very successful. She had a very successful esthetician business and body sculpting business, but she really wanted to teach others how to do what she did because she was really successful at it. But she didn't know how to. She didn't. She knew she wanted to do more. She just didn't know how. And so we did a career reading for her, and I broke everything down and told her, you should be teaching and, all of this. And so now she has like, she not only is she running her business, but she also has like a community of other estheticians and body sculpting, um, a group of ladies where she is teaching them how to build their businesses to be as successful as hers, how to use social media to advertise and to get new clients and all of the things. And she came to me not knowing anything and was like convoluted and trying to figure out things. And now I'm so proud of her. She is doing absolutely, she's killing it. Okay. She's really killing it. And so that's the purpose of a career reading, is to give you that guidance. Okay. And so one thing you want to do is once you look and you have all of the careers and industries that's good for you, okay, then you want to see, okay, which one is the best, which one resonates, which one really sticks out to me more. Okay. um and so at that point you will go and choose, that's what you should go with. Okay. And so let me just check my notes and make sure that I have it all. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yes, that's about it. That is about it. All right. So that's how you can take that. Okay. Now, one thing you have to understand is that when you um harmonize your sun and your rising signs, it gives you a better view of your professional strengths and opportunities. Okay. And I talked about I talked about how it can play out in the 3D. Okay. And it really just depends on what's going on. Now you do have to take aspects into consideration because that will make things a little differently. But that's something, aspects are really like your challenges and your obstacles and your strengths and your weaknesses. That's really what aspects are. Okay. And so you take those into account. But when you're really just trying to get up basics, start with your sun and your rising sign and then move from there. Okay. And so that is what I got for you. So like I said, drop me a comment. Let me know if you had a career reading. Um, how was it? Was it helpful for you? Did it give you some major insight on what would be the best careers for you? Let me know in the comments. Okay. And so I intended for this to be very informative and to give you an eye opening view of how you can use your sun and your rising sign in order to find your next best career or job. And so if this resonated, if you found value in it, go ahead and please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, because that does help the content to be seen by more women. Okay. All right. And so, if you would, like I said, if you haven't gotten a copy of the framework, absolutely free, you definitely want to go and get that. Now, another resource that I do have for you, and I will just put the link to it here. It's a Google, I think it's a Google Doc is it a Google Doc or is it a Canva Doc? Either way, I'll just put the link here. You can get it, but it is the best careers for your sun sign. Okay, and so it's all 12 zodiac signs, and I have the best careers for each. I think I have like about 4 or 5 of the best careers for each sun sign. So I'm gonna put that free resource here in the link in the comments for you to have that. Okay. All righty. So remember, possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can definitely hold it in your hand. And that should make you smile because you really do create your own reality. All right. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can check the description on the live to do that as well. All right. Have a good one. And I will see you tomorrow on on the next episode of Astrology After.